So today we are on a Crypto Expo Dubai. This time we decided to make same design of booths that we always do for B2Broker with a big screen. For B2B and Pay, it's a very good opportunity to show our potential clients how the second version and the app looks like, and also to show our evolution. Since the product become more and more popular and we started to add many new coins, support new blockchains, and also integrate many new KYC and KYT providers. So this kind of booth represents our evolution the best.
Best liquidity provider, B2Broker.
Hello everyone, thank you very much for coming in here. My name is Ivan. As it was presented, I'm the Chief Product Officer in the B2Broker company. Basically, we are concentrating in technology and liquidity solutions, turnkey solutions. So basically, our businesses come to us, we bring the technology, we bring the liquidity part, and they take care of the marketing. They are taking care about, getting into market as soon as possible, and we're helping with that. So my topic will be actually a bit traditional. It's about the software development. I'll be comparing in-house development versus outsourcing versus white label solutions. And I will be bringing some key examples, our own experience about this topic. So let's proceed. So while I was thinking about how to present this, I decided to start up with actually like 3 different models of software development businesses. Because from the start, it's always a startup model. Because when there is a startup, you only need the front end and some kind of a payment solution in order to basically process payments, in order to be able to get the money in the business and expand globally. When it's a mid-sized, when you're evolving, you need some more integrations, you need some more activity, you need like some more languages inside there in the solutions, and of course you need the admin panel, because when your business is expanding, your labor is expanding as well. So you will have new managers, you will have new administrators, and you'll need to provide them with the internal solutions apart from the front end that you'll be showing to the customers. And that's basically the mid-sized part. And the enterprise solution, it's when the product already reached the level when there are multiple security layers on the back end, when there are like so many third-party integrations helping you to reach your goal to expand your business. Because I brought the examples of course, there are integrations of the KYC part, there are integrations of an SMS so you can reach out to the client as soon as possible. The VoIP for the, for the CRMs in order to call your leads, in order to discuss with them the potential business growth. So, and of course, in the enterprise solution, there is the core production and the backup production, and there is a core staging. So apart from having one server running up, and if something happens, basically your solution is down, the enterprise approach is about securing this stuff. If something goes bad on your production, you have multiple backups rolling up, and then like you are 24/7. Because right now, as we're talking, for example, about crypto exchanges, they need to be 24/7. They need to be working constantly. And of course, like multiple security layouts. I'm talking about Amazon hosting. So a lot of the solutions are right now hosting all of their services on the Amazon, because right now we know that that's one of the most secure solutions for that. We are defending the cloud, we are defending our front ends with the Cloudflare in order to, to intercept any DDoS attacks, in order to put the protection that is needed in case the security is being breached. So yeah, and for the payment system, that's another really good topic, because the more you're expanding, the more globally you're expanding your business, the more payment solutions you'll need, because you can have the payment solution that is, good for Asia, but once you approach into the new market, you need some new decisions. So that's where it comes from the payment system on the startup solution into the system aggregation and routing, where you're offering your clients the best payment system solution possible. So those are basically like the 3 layers. And once we've got to that, I will show you the actual case. That's one of our solutions. It's called B2Core. That's basically the CRM for the end users, where they're able to register, they're able to process KYC, they're able to deposit into your business, and it's a white label solution. So we are basically selling this for brokerages, for crypto exchanges, for different types of businesses, and they present it as their own. And they have the full admin access, they have the full support of this, they have the full management. And yeah, so as you can see right now, it's actually done in like so many, multiple stuff. And I'm talking only about the software. There is so much behind it in terms of legal stuff, in terms of actual, labor support. This is only the software part. And as you can see, there's like, again, there is a production and the backup. There are actually like multiple backups, sorry. There is a stagings, which are also like, there's like, I think 15 at the moment for every server. We are integrated with most of the, the most common trading platforms. So like B2Margin, B2Trader, Primex 710, MetaTrader 4.5. We're currently integrating with the C-Trader solution. And yeah, like for the PSPs, and of course, like our main goal for the product is actually to give not only the software solution, but if you're selling the software, you need to be able to, to process payments, to get the money in the business. So at this moment, for the B2Core solution, we have 130 payment systems integrations. It's already integrated. You come in, you bring in the keys, and you turn it on in like 5 minutes. So worth of time. And yeah, for the KYC providers, there are multiple integrations as well. And as you can see, like there is a separate sector, and actually we have like at the moment currently 7 IT developers working on this product. Only the IT, as I said. So this is only the software development. We have a separate people working on the integrations only. So we're always bringing in new solution that is compatible with B2Core. This solution was 8 years in development total. So there were 4 major versions. 4 major versions, I'm saying, both the front end and the back end, where we were redesigning it completely. We were reworking some modules completely. So there were 4 major versions. As you can see, like the software is not perfect. Like it constantly needs some updates, some new features. And right now we're actually updating every 2 weeks the solution. That's like basically like the agile approach. We're updating every 2 weeks. There are new features coming in every 2 weeks to this solution. And yeah, right now we have more than, it's already more than 130 clients, institutional clients. So behind it, there are millions of actual physical users using this software with this system. In order to support this solution and in order to support actual enterprise software product, you need labor, you need people working on this. And here I decided to also separate in some 3 categories, which is basically the basic stuff, the startup, where you're launching, again, I will remind, like the front end and basically like the payment system. So the only thing you need is the sales manager, which will be, selling your business, which you will agree on the commission and you will agree on the like approximate, again, those are approximate numbers. Those were taking like as an analysis of the market, but those are approximate. It can depend on the stack and it can depend on the, on the skill, but those are basically like approximate numbers. So yeah, so for the sales manager and technical support, so basically to sell your product and to be able to, maintain retention of the product. When it comes to the mid-size, you need the account managers as well, because those are the guys that will, after the sale, they will take care of your clients or your institutional clients. They will be sorting their issues, and they will be, in some cases, they will be advising how you can expand, how they, as the clients, can expand, how they can trade differently, or they can, purchase something differently. So they'll be able to help grow. And of course, those are the startups of the, basically the development. So there is a backend developer, there is a front-end development, and the system administrator in order to maintain the solution, basically. So yeah, and those are, again, the approximate cost, but for the enterprise, there is actually like so many people added to this list. Because for the enterprise solution, as I told you on the previous slide, you'll need the product manager, you will need the project manager, you'll need the product manager to actually see how the product should be evolving in terms of the market growth, because the market changes like every week. Every week there is a new tendency, and you need to take care of it. there is a project manager to see that the actual development is coming to something, that people are not just, working on some stuff unorganizingly, so that's where it's taking place. Technical lead, the person who will guide all the developers, because you may hire, like 20 people, but you will not be able to control them. There is HR, recruiter, there is a technical product manager, because we're in software development. If you're just thinking about business, you're not able to bring the compatible solution or scalable solution in the end at some level. And of course, product manager, business analyst, there is a QA specialist, because you want your stuff to be tested. You want your stuff to be secure. You want your stuff to work. And yeah, the DevOps architect, those are, again, like very vital people in the company. And there are like mobile developers, of course. Again, like the beauty of this slide is actually according to your own like business model or according to your own ideas, those can vary. You cannot have business analysts, you can have product managers doing their job. But in the end, this is like the approximate perfect team for you to run your software development business. And here I was trying to show you the actual like costs, or let's say maybe the actual concentrations where you will be spending most of the expenses. So for the in-house, it's a salary for all those guys. It's a software cost, because you'll need to be bringing up Amazon servers, you will need to be bringing up like Jira, Slack, you'll be purchasing all those licenses for them. And of course equipment, because your guys will be needing to work on the Macs or on the Linux, depending on what you are trying to develop. And of course the office rent. So this is fully in-house. This is when you are taking care of everything, you're in control, that's your people, they're working there full time. For the outsourcing, that's going to be just the salary of the outsourcers, basically the people who will be working there, and that's the company workers' involvement, because you will still need people to guide the people from outsourcing. They will be needed in order for them to understand what's the project, what's the idea behind the project, and to explain to them what should be done on their behalf. And for the white label, it's just the provider's fee, because everything is done from your side, so you just need to pay the monthly fee and run from it. Okay, so this is another case that we've done. It's actually on for our CRM. Currently, per client, with all of the team that I showed you on the previous slide, this is how much we're saving for them per month. So this is basically our client coming and purchasing the CRM. They will be saving $100,000 worth of expenses, worth of rent, worth of offices, worth of developers' wages. So this is the number that our clients are saving by purchasing the white label. All right, so about the development cycle. So we know that the software development can be tricky, let's say, because everything is constantly changing, and when there is an actual, complicated task, complicated project for you to develop, it's not just, to get the idea, explain the idea to one person, he'll develop it and he'll just push the code to production. It doesn't really, on the startup, it may work, but then you will have, security issues in the end. So yeah, so those here I try to show you that everything comes through the circle. And there are actually like multiple steps between the actual proposal of the idea, of the task, of the business to production release. Because from the proposal, there comes a value research, depending on whether or not your business or your project, your B2B or B2C project will thrive, will work. And then there is a scope of work establishment where you'll be needing to, to break down whether or not you need this MVP or this MVP, what should be included in it, what should be included into this stuff. Then there is planning, of course. You're breaking down everything. You need to okay, you understood that this is going to be the scope. You need to break down what should be done first, what should be done by whom, and that's actually project management again. Then there is the design. Of course, you need to be, everything should be shiny, everything should be purchasable. So there is the design phase. Then there is the development itself, which is the main part. You think that's the only thing, proposal, development, production, but as you can see, there are many more. Then there is a code review, but this is maybe not essential, but still for the enterprise level, you want your code to be Great. Not perfect, because there is no perfect code, but great. Then there is testing, everything, again, like for security breaches, for the dignity of the whole product, you want stuff to be tested. You want stuff to be working as it was intended to. Then there are, of course, demo adjustments. It's basically showing the shareholders what's been done, what's the result, what's in the end, and some adjustments if needed. Maybe because the market shifted by the time you reached some level of demo, and there's stuff to be adjusted. And of course, there is a deploy testing. In the end, all the stuff that was developed as a whole is being tested, and then there is a production release. Again, what's the beauty of this slide is that it depends on your business model. You can have, without the deploy testing, you can exclude at the start code review, you can exclude value research if you're sure that your plan is working. So that's agile, like that's depending on your model. All right, so let's move there. So in the end, I tried to maybe summarize what's the key comparisons between the white label in-housing and outsourcing, because everything has its pros and cons. And yeah, so the starting cost, it's for sure, of course, the white label will be the lowest one, the in-house will be the highest one, and the outsourcing will be moderate, because the white label, it's already a ready-made solution, it's being sold, publicly for the masses, and the in-house, you'll need to, to hire everyone, you'll need to understand the whole business, you'll need to push the salaries. So that's the comparison itself. Ongoing cost, again, white label low because you're just paying per month. You're just paying as a subscription fee. For the in-house, as I was explaining, you're paying salaries, rent, office equipment, everything. That's on you fully. And the outsourcing is moderate. There may be no outsourcing cost if you're, if you got some people from the outsource, they develop, and then they finish the project, you're passing the ready-made project to your guys, there is no cost. Evolution speed. So here, actually, why I put the white label on the fast evolution speed is actually that by gaining the white label of the, of the quality provider, you're gaining much more because there are so many. For example, on the B2 core, there is 70 plus developers working, and for you to basically reach the same level of the evolution speed, you need to have the approximate exact number, of course. And there may be, as I was saying, we are constantly rolling new features. All of the software development product are trying to be as as quick as possible in terms of the features, and that's why the white label part is the fastest one. And the time to market, that's simple. For the fast, it takes 2-3 days for everything to launch, and for the in-house, you need to build everything from scratch. And the outsourcing, you can purchase this stuff, you can outsource this stuff, you can in-house this stuff. It's going to be like a hybrid. Customization. Here, again, the white label, it's low because it's for the masses. You may have something really custom, and in this case, the provider might say, I'm sorry, but this is not the business model we are approaching. And here for the in-house, of course, you have the full freedom. You have your own developers. They will be developing everything that you want. All right, easiness of operations and management. Here it depends, because it depends on many stuff, because how you build your software product is actually fully dependent on how you project it, how you plan it, because if it's so customizable and so hard to, in the end, to understand, then your guys not from the IT, not the ones who were developing the product for you, they will not be able to, to go to the admin panel and understand what they should click in order to do something. And here, for the white label, why it's high, it's actually because, again, for the white label provider, so much feedback is coming for them that they are actually adjusting the procedures in order to, for it to be flawless, in order for it to be perfect. 1, 2, 3 clicks, and you've done everything that's supposed to be done. All right, branding options. So that's high, of course, because the white label solutions are always giving you the opportunity, which modules do you want, what colors do you want to use, which logo you would want to use, what do you want to change, everything is in there. And here it's limited, but maybe it can be, it can depend. Integration options. High, depends. Here it's fully, in the in-house solution, you'll need to build it from scratch. As I said, everything, all the integrations. For the integration options on the white label, it's actually high because they're already pre-made integrations for you. So you can just go and choose there. All right, so I'll speed it up here a little bit. So the security options, again, like that's a pre-made solution on the security level, like multiple levels of security. Customization and additional development speed. Here, why it's fast on the in-house and outsourcing is because it's dedicated to you. Like there are no actual other providers, other users of the white label that are demanding, something. So here it's fast, here it's average. And the intellectual property rights. So for the in-house, of course, you have the full ownership. For the white label, unfortunately not, because it's done by other people. And for the outsourcing, it depends on the agreement that you're going to have with them. All right. So actually, before I go to the ecosystem, I wanted to summarize some of the, not the issues, but the difficulties of the software development that if you're approaching for this, you will need to look at. It's actually time management. It's actually actuality. And it's actually, so those are like the main two, because how you project your software development. By the time you get to the project, you may even have an outdated product in the end, and you may end up, behind everyone who's already developed it. So the project management and the project timing is very crucial in this case. You cannot just, dive into the idea and then just say, go, develop. So you need to be on top of that. In the end, so I believe this is the end of my presentation. And as part of this, I wanted to show you a little bit of our ecosystem. As we are right now, as I said, liquidity and technology providers, we are providing turnkey solutions for both brokerages, crypto brokerages, crypto exchanges, margin exchanges, banks, PSPs, everything. So every fintech business we can support. We can give you all the technology. We can give you, again, the liquidity solutions as well. So as you can see, those are like the B2Core, our CRM, the mobile application that we're offering for free with the B2Core, the B2Copy, the money management system. We have the Marksman as the liquidity aggregation hub for the spot liquidity, which comes perfectly with the B2Trader as the matching engine, like spot matching engine. And so those components built into the business models that we support, the fintech business models that we fully support. They're fully integrated, they're fully, up in like 2-3 weeks, you are ready to go into the market. For the payment, again, as a B2B in Pay, we have our own cryptocurrency payment provider, which basically supports all the major coins, all the major tokens, every stable coin that you can think of is supported by this system. And again, right now we have over 500 institutional clients that are working with B2B in Pay. So feel free to come and visit the booth on the booth number 9. And the presentation is already online if you want to scan it and if you want to copy it for you. So you are free to download. It's actually on the website. There are other presentations as well. So you can have a look. There's so much actual, very good information in there. So please come and visit. It's actually, the whole universe of fintech is on our website. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for coming here. Please visit us at our booths, number 1 and 9. And if you have any questions, please come and talk to us. Thank you.